I was recently talking to a friend about the upcoming season 2 of The Last of Us TV show, and it took me back to when I first played the sequel to the game and all the feelings that came with that as I worked my way through what was an incredibly emotional ride. Emotions that honestly I did not want to feel. Let's just get something straight. I always knew that what Joel did to keep Ellie alive in the first game would come with repercussions. He essentially took the lives of others to protect her, and it is no surprise that some of those people he killed also had people who loved them, and those people would want revenge. Inevitable. So the very idea that someone or many wanted to hurt him the way he had hurt them was not unthinkable. It made sense. I always knew that Joel would die. It seemed like the natural way to progress the story. But it is not the fact that he died that bothered me, it was the manner in which it was done. That was one of the things that truly made me dislike the second game. The choice to get rid of a character that audiences had grown to know and love, despite his many flaws, in such a disgusting and downright cheap way was incredibly disappointing. Joel was a character that always had his wits about him. He could sense danger a mile away, and yet for some reason he walked right into his execution with no sense of caution. I get that the situation that led to him going to this place where he would meet his demise did not give him much time to think or assess the situation initially, but I do think he had enough time to figure out that something was off before he walked into that house. He went down like a punk. And after an entire first game of playing and getting to like this very flawed character, it was just a disservice to him and to the fans to have him taken out so easily. I would have liked the opportunity to play as Joel, to see him grapple more with what he had done and eventually accept that the executioner had come for him. I would have liked to see more of the dynamic between present Joel and Ellie while they mended a broken relationship before he was taken. And I get it. The pain Ellie felt losing him in the way she did was probably what they were going for because she had to deal with losing him when she had not really mended their relationship. She had to watch him die and know there was never going to be a chance to heal, and that was extremely emotional and hard. I know these different emotions were part of what the developers and writers wanted, but it just felt like they dishonored not just Joel in the way they took him out so early on, but also the treatment Ellie got after. The two characters that were instrumental in the love of this franchise were somewhat pushed aside in the most cruel way to make room for this new character and her story. And while I can see the need to do that, they could have created a world where we hurt for Joel and Ellie, but also could sympathize with Abby by making her a decent human. She was an asshole, and that did not help. I wanted more of Joel, just a little more. I know life does not work that way and people don't all get honorable deaths, especially when they do horrible things. But with this, it just felt like the right thing to do for a character that was so loved. What happened in that house to Joel laid the foundation for my feelings through the rest of the game. And while I can now say I honestly can see things from varying perspectives, it still bothers me. And as such, I have been unable to play what in its entirety was an incredibly well made game. The plot and some of the decisions create emotions in me that I do not think I want to feel again. Perhaps one day. But that day, it's not this day.